So I see a lot of questions, and even I have been asked that, you know, about help with guys that are either not interested too much in having sex with you, or that rarely have sex with you. So I'm gonna speak a little bit on the spiritual side. This man over here, he's a man, he's got a fucking dick, so he can speak for the men. And on the mundane side, what can be the reasons first? So let's start with the mundane reasons why that would be happening.
The mundane, well, it depends. First of all, you got to look at his age, you know what I mean, and you got to look at how long you guys been together. There's a lot of things that come into it. I mean, I'm sure before you guys got together, or as you guys first got together, you guys were probably banging like fucking rabbits.
What if they're not banging? Let's say that they've been dating for about, let's say 5-6 months.
I'm talking about in the beginning.
Yeah, let's say they've been dating for about 5-6 months and they're not really banging like that.
Okay.
What can be the reason?
What changed? What is it about? Like, what made him want you in the first place? What was it about you that he was into? You know what I mean? And then also you got to remember, the longer you're together. And I'm going to openly say this, man. How open are you? Are you open to try new things? A lot of guys want to try new things constantly. A lot of them do. And then how freaky things are, how entertaining, how more, you know, how far are you willing to go? But also, man, I got to say this too, man. When I say age too, because, you know, with guys, the older they get, things change with guys. You know, when they're young, you know, the testosterone is through the roof, man. They'll hump a wall with a hole in it. You know what I mean? But as they get older, you know, their natural test levels start to decrease. And it depends on, all guys are different. But, you know, some will hit them around 35, some will hit at 40, some will hit at 50.
Some at even 25, they say the natural test levels.
Yeah, natural test levels start to decrease. Yeah. And people don't, you know, women don't know this. And a lot of guys are too... They're
insecure.
They're shy. They don't want to admit it. You know what I mean? Because they know they might not feel like a man. You know. And there's things out there that they can do, like TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy, and they can actually go to the doctor and get a full blood panel.
But aren't men also worried about how they have performed with a woman? Does that change anything? Like if they feel like if they had sex only a few times and they feel like they're not really, you know, fulfilling her, is that gonna?
Yeah, that can be too. Like she might not be into it. And then he was like, maybe I can't do enough for this broad or whatever, or this girl or my girlfriend or my wife. And now I'm too, like, I don't know if she's satisfied, and that can actually turn him around and go the other way too. You know what I mean? Like he's not going to be, if he's not satisfying you and he thinks that he's not enough for you or something, that could actually derail everything too, believe it or not. It's kind of crazy, but it's true, you know. And then, but you know, I do want to add though, back to that one thing though. When guys are older, they should go get a full blood panel. If they're not into it, or they don't feel like it anymore, that's a good time to go to their doctor and get checked. And if their natural test levels are low, they can get prescribed TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. And trust me, once they get on TRT, they'll hump a goat.
Right. But see, I see questions from girls that they're asking. They have been dating for a very short time, 4 to 5 months. Yep. And they're saying that the sex was never really, you know, they were not really having sex like rabbits or often or anything like that. It's always been like on a low level.
Why the hell are they together?
Why?
Fuck it. If it's fucked up from the begining, there's something wrong there, dude.
So just get the fuck out
while it's still early? Not necessarily. You don't know. Listen. You also got to look at it like a lot of people, they get into relationships. Two ways to look at it. A lot of guys will get into relationships because they'll settle, which is fucked up. Or some guys will get into relationships because they're, you know, they don't marry their friend, or they don't marry their best friend, or they don't get in a relationship with a person they can actually do anything with, like go to the gym together, or go out to eat, or go party together, or something like that. You know, they just got married because of I hate to say it, but just because of the pussy, or got in a relationship just because of the pussy, and then realized
maybe
they can't have the same cheeseburger every day, or it's not.
Then maybe the expectation from the guy of that girl when it comes to the sex was probably higher. Is that can that be another reason that the expectation was higher, and then it turned out to be just
A lot of times it's just the guy either, though. Sometimes it's the woman.
Yeah.
A lot of times, believe it or not. I mean, I want to say 60% of 50% of the time it could be the woman too. Like I have a saying: if she cleans the coffee table 20 times a day when they first get together, and then after, let's just say 5-6 months, she only does it once. You get my point?
Yeah.
That means if she's being like super freaky, willing to do whatever just to lock the guy in, and he's all into it, and now that's what you put it at this level, and then 5 months later, now you're at this level. Well, something's wrong there. Instead, you should constantly be going up and up and up. I mean, that's how shit lasts. You know what I mean? That keeps shit interesting. And you know, guys are pretty shallow. You always want to make it interesting. You always want to make it fun. You always want to make it entertaining. You don't give them a reason to look anywhere else because fuck, he's got it right there.
Yeah, and even even with the shy guys, if they're shy guys and like quiet, it does not mean that they're not freaky.
No, don't at all. In fact,
all of them
then
are.
a woman should bring it out of them.
Yeah,
a woman can actually do her thing and say, "Get your shy ass over here."
Right, all of them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rip his fucking shit off, and like he'll get out of that situation because he might be so fucking shy that he's scared. He might think, well, maybe I'm not doing enough for her or some shit like that.
So as you see, the mundane covers about 90%, and that is actually, how I always done it, and how it actually is. Mundane is about quite the majority of the percentage that you need to be doing, and the spiritual stuff are just a little bit, they're just as a helper. Now, he covered the man side, because he's got a man's perspective, and everything about men I've learned from him, even when I talk about myself. So, on a spiritual level, what can you do if everything is fine? What herbs can you use? Well, you can use red candles because red is passionate, You can use your himbe bark, and even he can take your himbe bark. And even
it works.
even as a spiritual work, you can do your himbe bark. You can do kava kava. You can do the horny goat weed. What else can you do? I have my book over here. I swear to God, I did not plan this out. It was just here because I was looking at my freaking herbs. Sarsaparilla root also does sexual vitality. Kava kava does sex, and it's an aphrodisiac. Saw palmetto berries also work on passion. Yohimbe bark works on love, lust, fertility, and cures impotency. Apple wood also works on that too.
Can I add to that real quick?
Go ahead.
Yohimbe, so everybody knows, it increases blood flow. Period. It's a natural way. It works. Mark my words. Don't take too much of it because you'll fuck around and having a heart attack. But it increases blood flow, and it basically does the same thing as Cialis, Viagra, stuff like that. Just, I'd rather have the natural version of it instead of the chemical version of it, and everything on this earth is here that can actually cure you from all kinds of things, and that's a perfect example of it. You take it like a half an hour to hour before, and you're...
I'm getting close to my time.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Yohimbe works.
So then you have ginseng, that's also for love and lust. You have vanilla beans, which is for love, lust, and passion. So those are the herbs that you can use, and you can use his personal concerns like his semen or hair, but because it's sex, you can do the semen. That's perfect. Put it on the candle, all those herbs together, and burn it. Or you can use my twisted love oil too.
Don't be shy, be a freak.
There you go.